The younger sister of a primitive tribe was digging for wild vegetables when a sudden disturbance rippled through the forest. She realized there was prey nearby and quickly set out to search with her dog. Sure enough, they spotted a fat, well-built stag. She was signaling to the dog, preparing to flank it, when a thunderous roar suddenly came from the sky, frightening the deer away. She took off running in pursuit. But instead of catching the deer, she heard her dog scream in pain. It turned out the dog's tail had been caught in a steel trap. As she treated the dog's wound with herbs, the thunderous sound came again from above. It was like a spacecraft slicing through the clouds. But how could a girl from a primitive tribe understand such things? All she could think about was hunting. If she caught nothing today, she'd go hungry again. With no other choice, she continued digging wild vegetables to stave off hunger. Gradually, she sensed something was wrong. The forest was unnaturally quiet, and there were massive footprints of humanoid creatures on the ground. Following the tracks, she pressed on and came upon a horrifying sight. Vast stretches of blood-soaked bison carcasses lay scattered about. Their cause of death shockingly brutal, they had been skinned alive. The killer was that spacecraft. An alien descended from it, huge in build and capable of turning invisible. Its eyes came equipped with thermal imaging. No living creature could hide from its sight. A wolf hunting rabbit suddenly slammed into an invisible wall. Facing an unseen enemy, it could only bare its fangs in threat. The alien extended its razor-sharp claws and effortlessly killed the wolf. It carried numerous alien technologies on its body. A fresh wolf's head was splashed with some kind of liquid, its fur dissolving rapidly until only a clean skull remained. The alien hung it from its waist as a trophy. Its body vanished again as it prepared for the next hunt. At that moment, the girl was chasing a rabbit across the hills. Suddenly, she stepped into a swamp. She knew struggling would be useless. With great effort, she pulled the axe from her hand and hurled it toward a dead tree nearby. Unfortunately, the axe failed to catch in the trunk. As her body slowly sank into the mire, she gathered her last strength and threw again. This time it lodged perfectly. She quickly grabbed the rope and hauled herself out. She headed for the river to wash off the mud, only to spot a brown bear gnawing on its prey. The girl had gone hunting with her dog, and now encountered a massive brown bear feeding. Such a creature was an extremely rare and valuable prize. Without hesitation, she drew her bow and took aim. But at the crucial moment, the bowstring snapped. She hurriedly tied it back together, only to see the bear already charging at her. Thankfully, the dog was quick-witted and bolted away, luring the bear off course. Once the bow was fixed, she chased after them, just in time to see the dog sprinting back desperately. She loosed an arrow at the bear, but its thick hide barely felt the hit. With no choice, she ran for the river. She plunged into the water to escape the bear's pursuit. When she surfaced, the bear's massive paws were pounding furiously above her. She barely dared to breathe. Suddenly, the bear turned away, staring behind her. The alien had set its sights on the bear. Even in combat with it, the alien held the upper hand. One punch was enough to kill the bear. As the bear's corpse was dragged away, the girl seized the chance to flee. She drifted downstream, completely unaware that the alien had already locked onto her. After barely escaping back into the forest, she ran straight into several men armed with bows. Fortunately, they were members of her own tribe. They disapproved of a woman hunting alone, calling her reckless and foolish, and tried to drag her back. She told them she had seen a monster, one that could turn invisible and kill a bear with ease. But the tribesmen didn't believe her. They tied her up, ready to take her back. Just then, they sensed something strange. After watching for a while, they saw only a few rabbits. Delighted, they went to grab the rabbits for a feast. Suddenly, red dots appeared on their bodies, and in the next instant, 3 arrows pierced them, dropping them dead. The girl instantly realized the alien was here. The tribesmen foolishly rushed in to fight. By the time she finally freed herself, every one of them was dead. She could only run for her life. On the grasslands, she was suddenly stopped. It was a lone tribesman, but he too was quickly pounced on by the alien. As she fled, she stepped into another steel trap. Yet before the alien could reach her, she was knocked unconscious and taken away by a group of men with guns. The siblings were tied to trees as bait, with a group of mounted hunters lying in ambush at a distance. They were trying to lure the alien, but they severely underestimated its abilities. Such crude traps were nothing to it. Its offensive and defensive weapons were countless, a stark contrast to the hunters' single-shot muskets that needed reloading after every fire. The hunters were effortlessly wiped out. The siblings finally freed themselves. The one survivor quickly lay down and played dead. The alien's thermal vision actually judged him dead. Seeing this, the girl began to understand. That man had previously rubbed himself with her medicinal herbs. Before she could think further, her brother launched a sudden attack, knocking off the alien's mask. She quickly joined in to draw its attention. Her brother seized the chance to stab the alien again, but the creature was terrifyingly resilient. Even with such severe wounds, it seemed unfazed. Just as they were about to press the advantage, the alien suddenly turned invisible, reappeared behind them, and killed her brother. It stared at the girl for a long time, judged her no threat, and spared her life. Though she survived, she wept until her heart nearly broke, swearing to avenge her brother. That night, she spotted the hunter who had knocked her out earlier. Without hesitation, she knocked him unconscious. He had once used her and her brother as bait. Now it was his turn to serve as bait. Soon, the alien was drawn in. It couldn't detect the girl at all, brushing past her as it rushed straight toward the hunter. She seized the moment to knock off its mask from behind, then grabbed it and ran. She placed the mask at a spot she had prepared in advance, and crouched in a tree, ready to ambush the alien. She leapt onto it, stabbing wildly. then used the tree for cover to evade its attacks with ease. As the alien struck at the tree, she severed one of its arms in a single stroke. The alien was utterly enraged. Seeing the moment was right, she disengaged. She lured the alien into the swamp, but the mire that could swallow a human was not enough to trap the alien. The alien pulled out its gun and aimed at her. She neither dodged nor hid, because the moment the gun locked on, the mask directly opposite activated its laser sight straight ahead, right into the back of the alien's head caught between them. In the end, the alien died by its own weapon.